Hello everyone and welcome back to ZooCrafting! I am Zookeeper Seri and we're here in the giraffe exhibit! Just look at all of my beautiful, beautiful long horses. Oh my goodness, they're so lovely. Oh, I'm so excited to be back here too, you guys, and to be able to share the building of our zoo once again with you guys for the 4th year. Can you believe that we've been doing this for so long? It's just amazing! Oh, and a quick little PSA. Yes, we will be releasing the ZooCrafting Discoveries mod sooner than later. I have some secret projects that I'm going to be discussing with Pavo before we provide it to you guys. But for those of you wondering, Seri, where are those beautiful, beautiful giraffes from? They're from our official ZooCrafting Discoveries mod, worked on very hard by Pavo and Alex, 2 of our ZooCrafting members, in order to provide the best possible experience here in the Zoodesia world for us to be able to enjoy a glimpse of the gorgeous, gorgeous animals that we share the planet with. So, now that the official little announcement is done, giraffes, look at you, you beautiful creature. Apparently I still need to name some of these guys, but we've got some name tags hiding in our giraffe barn. And speaking of what's in our giraffe barn, let's go ahead and look at the baby. Oh, May, your baby is so beautiful. What a handsome giraffe calf. And he is a boy, just like May's cousin April has had a baby boy. I flipped a coin and found that this one is a little baby boy as well. And we are going to need to come up with giraffe names. And I think that we should do a voting system for them. I think that would be really exciting. So today I need you guys to suggest some names for this little baby giraffe in the comments, and then I will collect up all those names and we'll have a grand vote. We'll make it a really fun event. Maybe we'll actually even have a little live stream to celebrate that sometime soon and to do a tour of the zoo. What do you guys think about that? I think that could be really fun. We could watch the voting in like real time in order to see what people would like for a little baby giraffe. That would be so amazing. But all right, guys, let's see. Looks like May and her baby are doing okay. I'm really excited to see what kind of names you guys suggest for her young son. And he is going to be a new member of our giraffe herd. And we actually have, as usual, so much to do in the zoo. So we are going to be jumping straight back into the thick of things by working with our zookeepers to try to turn this zoo into the most amazing zoo in all of Zoodesia. But now I feel a little guilty for saying that, because if you really want to see the most amazing zoo in all of Zoodesia, you definitely need to go check out some of the other ZooCrafters channels, because holy moly, they've been working so hard on so many things. So I should clarify that the best zoo that Zoodesia Zoo could be. There we go. Everybody has really amazing zoos in our world, and I fully intend to be exploring some of them pretty soon. What are you doing in here, Bun Bun? You don't belong in the giraffe exhibit, but I have to admit it's probably a pretty safe place to hang out. That's pretty fun. We could leave you in here. I'm gonna have to look up if there's any bunnies of some type in Africa, and then we might actually sneak you into a new skin, and we might see if we can call you a different type of bunny, little one. That's a really cute. Oh, I love them. I love them so much. Look at him jump on the termite mound. But yeah, exploring the world, being able to go forth, and as you can tell from our gigantic, gorgeous map, just see what everybody else has been working on for so long and what their areas are looking like and what zoo pieces they have been building. That is definitely another one of my goals, and I definitely think doing some live streaming with you guys might be a fun way to do that and to share it with you. So let me know what you think. But all right, we need to take care of things in our actual zoo. We have so much to do, like taking care of our giraffes and making sure that May and her baby are okay. Keeper Birch, how are you doing today? Oh hey, don't mind me, just taking care of the enclosure. The herd is getting bigger lately. Alright, good, that's true. The herd is getting bigger lately, guys, and we do have the giraffes in their own nice little enclosure. They're actually hanging out with some of the oxpeckers, if I can find... Look, there's an oxpecker bird! Oh, I love those animals! I love having multi-species exhibits. It just brings such a richness into the world. Hey, buddy! Hey, buddy, what you doing up there? Probably building a nest or something. Oh, look at that! He gave me a dead leaf pile. Nice. I'll just go ahead and put it on the ground. So he's been playing with dead leaves and possibly building nest. And then you can see this is the back area of our giraffe enclosure. But this was really meant just to house like a few giraffes at a time, not gigantic herds of them. So we need to work hard to get our safari zone. Ooh, a bloodleaf seed. What are you doing up there, little oxpecker? I hear you. There's lots of oxpeckers up in the trees, and they drop down random things at times, things that they have been collecting, and bloodleaf seeds make sense for the oxpecker bird because they do have a tendency to occasionally partake of the blood of the oxes that they stick on top of. They'll kind of like peck open a little spot and drink the ox blood, which seems a little bit like dubious for a little bird, but they will do it in order to get all those nutrients that they can have. So just don't peck me, okay? But we have a little bloodleaf seed. I'll have to plant that so we can get a little nether garden up and going. Oh my goodness. But clearly there's a lot going on, and before I get overwhelmed with everything to do in the zoo, we should go ahead. Oh, Birch is playing with Tate. We should go ahead and look over our guest problem, our guest situation again. They're still here and clearly very excited to be in the zoo and hanging out, and I know there's no benches yet. They have a lot of complaints, and I can't really say that they're complaints I can argue about because they don't happen to have a path to get in here. They had to forge their way through between the termite mounds and the prickly acacia bushes in order to get over here to view our giraffes. And this is supposed to be a zoo that is all about educating and all about sharing it with guests, and I've really dragged my feet on that part. But their presence, oh dear, and the fact that they're sinking into the quicksand, oh my, means I'm going to have to make this place safe for my guests, and that means putting in proper paths. That means making sure they have benches and trash cans. I'll have to hire a janitor to clean up all of the trash they keep throwing on the ground. This is just ridiculous. Look at all these plastic cups. Oh my gosh, and they want somewhere to eat, and they need somewhere to sleep and stay safe. So taking care of these guests is really important, but the reason that it's super duper important, oh gosh, now I'm getting a whole bunch of money, is because they do provide some very vital services for our zoo, like the money that they're donating to me as I walk by. And if we can get them really happy, then they'll stay here. Whoop, Oxpecker just threw down some more leaves at me. They'll stay here, and we can use the funds that they provide to help us grow and build the zoo. Which reminds me, I need to meet with the carpenter. Oh, let me go get Lily and Tate. And see, why do we need money for the zoo? Because the carpenter will help us build the exhibit enclosure areas a lot faster. I can get more exhibits done. And also, I have puppies to feed. Lily, Tate, come here, guys. Oh my goodness, I know you two are getting very hungry. Lily, if you would just eat fish like your brother, this wouldn't be such a big deal. But Lily doesn't like fish. She only likes zombie jerky, and she only likes chicken and all of those things, and I don't have any of that. I suppose that means that we might have to think about not only places for the guest to rest and eat, but places for the animals too. Gardens to be able to harvest up food for our zoo residents, and definitely maybe some doggy boutique spots, some little doggy food stands that we can put down so I can make sure I feed my puppies no matter where we are working in the zoo. Lily, you're gonna have to hang in there for just a minute, my girl. I'll go ahead and have you sit down in just a second. But seeing all the guests and their donations of all of this money, they've given me a lot of money already, actually, will help us to be able to turn around and spend the money on hiring a bunch of, they just threw so much trash at me, hiring a bunch of carpenters to help us build the zoo, to also clear the paths out of the way. Oh my goodness. I really need to make a straight path over to the giraffe enclosure. Oh my gosh. And they can also help us with just building some of the basic fencing too. I don't think you guys need to watch me build fencing. You would rather watch me decorate the enclosures and be able to go out and search for the animals in our beautiful world. So I think hiring carpenters sounds like a good idea, but you have to have money to do that. And to get money, you have to have guests. Guests who can donate to the zoo, or I have to spend more time working in order to like earn my funds. And it just becomes a big cycle, Lily. Oh gosh, you're getting really hungry, girl. I don't know what to feed her. I don't even see, like, I can't bring myself to kill the chickens and the sheep and stuff around here. So we'll have to get you back home to get some dog food soon, Lily girl. Oh dear. All right, and then we've got our beautiful termite mound. Anything? Oh, there we go. Dead bush. So that's what the termite mound had to offer me today, and I can't even do anything with a dead bush. All right, I'll just keep that for now. All right, but Keeper Addie did tell me that the carpenters were willing to meet with me. There they are, over by the zoo, or the safari zone entrance, I should say. The zoo entrance is actually quite a distance away. Would you guys like a zoo tour? Maybe we'll do a live stream zoo tour because many of you are new to the zoo and might be kind kind of perplexed over what animals we do have, but I can tell you we have red pandas, we have red wolves, we've managed to get quite a few of the Gouldian finches and other species like kiwi inside of our beautiful aviary. We also happen to have some very, very handsome cow plants, believe it or not, so a little bit of the mythical is mixed in as well. We've got some wonderful deer, and actually, I just remembered I have a black bear in my pocket. I need to go ahead and put the black bear... Oh, Lily, sit before you start starving. I need to go and put the black bear in the beautifully built black bear exhibit, but that's going to have to wait because I have guests over here that we have to deal with first. So much to do in the zoo. I love it. All right, Keeper Addie, how you doing? Ah, Seri, there you are. Here are the carpenters I told you about. Thank you, Adelaide. All right, and so this would be Carpenter Cody. Wonderful. So I asked Addie to be able to find some carpenters we could work with, and we could pay them in order to finish up the fence line. I need this fence line done because we do need to work with the giraffes, and I also need to go over here and work with this farmer. Let's run over. Oh, look at my flamingos. They're so cool. Hi, guys. I should build you guys a little nest, huh? And then you'll be able to lay your eggs in the nest. That would be awesome. Oh, they're so awesome. I love flamingos. But I want to work with Farmer Gerald over here so that he would be able to trade all of the pigs, like the plain domestic pigs. There's one right there next to the strawberry sheep. But that plain domestic pig we can trade to him in exchange for some of the more safari zone based animals like the wild boars. So to do that though, I need to make sure that the wild boars won't just like run off and escape on me, and that means that I have to finish the fence. I actually spent a very long time, I can show you on the map, dun 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 dun, the map of Zoodesia Zoo, but I spent a very long time building a huge fence line, and this whole area is going to become our safari zone. Eventually we might even be able to expand it and do it a lot faster with the help of carpenters and other builders that I can hire. Maybe we could come into this desert area, we could turn this into a different kind of zone. We might try terraforming it, and then we can go ahead and expand it so that the elephants and the giraffes would have more room to roam. I might even be able to build some sort of really fun bridges, and we could make a big giant jeep tour that people could go on. That would be really fun. Oh, and that reminds me, I want to build a skywalk. I figure it'd be really cool if people can come into the entrance of the safari zone and they can walk on up a bridge, and they can look over and have a great view up high of what the whole safari zone has to offer. Oh, and Corey? I'm so glad I finally got these guys into Zoodesia. I am too, Corey. You hang in there, okay? He was the one who brought the flamingos and the capybara to us. Poor guy. I have no idea how he got them, but he said it was a long story. We'll ask him later. Right now we have to help him take care of the animals. Their priority comes first. All right, so let's see. Yeah, the fence line is almost complete, but I wasn't able to finish it up because I ran out of glass and other materials. But for basic boring fencing like that, I figure hiring someone else to do it is probably fair. Fair to all of us, because you guys really want to see me be able to like catch all of these animals. Oh look, there's a little, hi little Woody. There's a little maggot hanging out on the ground. You guys want to see me catch all of these domestic animals and exchange them for things like guinea fowl, for instance, instead of turkeys. We could swap out those sheep for some Thompson's gazelles, and we might even be able to start bringing in some of the elephants that need relocated from more dangerous areas of our world into this beautiful zoo sanctuary we can build. Oh, it's going to be so much fun. I'm so excited. It is also going to be a little bit of work. Right here is where you can see I ran out of the oomph to be able to finish this fence line, but it does stretch around the entire perimeter of the current safari zone until you get here. So let's go talk to that carpenter and maybe he can help me out with it. Oh my goodness, and I'm getting hungry. No wonder the guests are complaining. There's nowhere for them to like eat anything over here. All right, so we've got a lot to do, but that's pretty exciting for somebody who's a little bit addicted to fun projects. All right, Carpenter Cody? Hello there, Master Zookeeper Seri. Nice to meet you. Keeper Addie here says you've got a mighty list of projects that we could possibly help you out on. I can reassure you, my team and I can tackle anything you have to throw at us, and do so securely. I earned my carpenter's hammer building some sturdy fences for my mother's cattle ranch, so you can be sure what we make will be strong, sturdy, and keep both animals and guests safe. Our prices are mighty fair too. So, can I interest you in our services? Ooh, oh, and if it's not just the fence line, guys, we could also have him help us out with that butterfly house we wanted to build over by the ducks. And we could also have him work on, so many other things like building the cougar area that we really needed to design. See, I want to get all those things done, but having to put down paths and fencing, that's just very tedious and it takes a long time. I wonder if we can hire them enough to do work in the zoo. Maybe I could even get them to help me out with building the pathing inside of our red wolf forest. And we can really get to work building our national parks. Not to mention that national park for the red pandas that we wanted to work on too. There's just so many projects to do. But first things first, we need to finish the safari fence so I can give the giraffes more room to roam and start trading out those domestic animals for more safari appropriate ones. That is where we thought we might start. Keeper Addie let us know that this is a priority job, and my team and I already walked the length of it and checked it out. I'd say it'd not take us too long to finish up. You've done a good job of getting it mostly finished, especially over in that boggy area, but we can finish the fence up and double check for any weak points for you. It wouldn't be a long job, so what do you say for 4 emerald coins? We could have it done in a jiffy. Oh, that sounds awesome, Cody. All right, so we're going to start doing this system where we bring money to him and he can do the boring things. Like finish up the fencing, and that also makes a lot of sense because then the money the guests donate go to help build the zoo. That's fantastic. I think that makes a lot of common sense to me, and maybe we could even start saving up the money and being able to hire things like janitors, and the janitors would clean up any of the trash that the guests happen to leave around, and we could even collect the trash from the janitors and put it into a recycling system and thus generate even more things that could take care of the zoo. Well, you guys know by now. So much to do in the zoo, partly because there's so many projects that I can come up with. But all right, so I think we're going to go ahead and gather up some emerald coins for Cody. I know I probably have some. 64 wooden coins is worth 1 emerald coin, so a stack is worth an emerald coin. Do I have any in here? I do not at the moment. Usually I have a little bit of money on me. Oh, look, like over here I've got that emerald coin, so I almost have enough to make an entire stack of emerald coins. I'm just half a stack short, or an entire set of emerald coins. So half a stack short, but I bet I have the money back home, and I do have my accountant, Martha the Dodo, who actually manages my money for the zoo. We could go talk to her, and I haven't been back home in ages, so it would be really nice to see how all the other puppies are doing in their dog run, and to see how my chickens are doing. Oh man, and we need to get some of the spring plants planted. But first things first, really need to take care of this area. We already have live guests here, as opposed to maybe zombie guests. And I need to get some dog food. Oh my goodness. And I really need to figure out what we're going to name that baby giraffe. Oh my gosh. And then I also need to help out Corey and Gerald. And if we come over and talk to Corey, I heard you needed something, Corey? Something to help you out with the capybara and the flamingos? Ah, there we go. So it looks like Corey is currently collecting supplies that our zoo animals are going to need in exchange for the zookeeper experience points. And those are going to be really critical as the zoo starts growing, because the more zookeeper experience points we get, the more people will be able to hire onto our zoo, the higher the zoo ranks will be able to go up, and the more access we'll have to permission to get breeding permits for the animals in our zoo. So maybe we could even try breeding up some really adorable baby pandas. That would be so fun. So zookeeper experience points are very important, and they will allow us to really expand our zoo, gain rankings, and gain special items too. So we definitely want to help them out there, not to mention it's just important to help out our animals, or if we needed to, we always get a chance to exchange the zookeeper experience points for cold hard cash by cashing it in at one of the banks and getting a paycheck. So yeah, clearly we've made quite the complicated little world here. So if you're not familiar with something, don't hesitate to ask in the comments section, and we will get you guys caught up. And I am seriously thinking, do you get it? It's a pun because my name's Seri. But I am seriously thinking about doing some very regular live streams here in our beautiful zoo world, just taking care of the animals, doing some of the basics, and getting a chance to chat with you guys. So let me know if that's something you would really look forward to. All right, so what does Cody have in order to take care of the flamingos that are currently under his charge? looks like a lot of aquatic water plants that we would need to trade to him. And then he's also in need of some raw shrimp. And it seems if you collect up the flamingo eggs for him, then you'll also get some zookeeper experience points. But it looks like he also has some things to offer in exchange too. Oh, water gardens! So we could get some water gardens from him. That makes a lot of sense because Cody's been spending a ton of time having to dive into the water looking for shrimp to feed the flamingos under his care. And oh, look at that, a potion of water breathing. So we could also trade the zookeeper experience points for water breathing, which would help us to collect up some of the aquatic plants he's looking for. And it looks like he's found some water chestnut seeds and water chestnuts while digging around in the ponds and lakes and rivers looking for shrimp too. And then a whole bunch of algae. So he's probably covered in algae over here as well. All right, thank you, Corey. I'll see if I can help you out with feeding. Oh, there's a flamingo egg. Pardon me, flamingo. I would really like to collect your egg. And no, raccoon, you can't eat the flamingo egg. I will protect it. I have to give them, I think I should give them a little nest. Do I have a nest that I can offer them? Oh man, I wanted to be a zookeeper, but I didn't expect to have to take care of them on my own. Oh, hang in there, Corey. Oh my gosh, I have capybara just frolicking. Ah, there's another egg. Yes, we have capybara frolicking at my feet. This is the best. Oh my goodness. Yeah, and I'm gonna need to make a nest for the, oh gosh, my absolutely overflowing packs at the moment. I've got to clear some of these things up. Let's make a crafting table and a nice little crafting station and some nice little sticks. There we go. And then we can whip up these flamingos a nest in no time. All right, we just have to arrange the sticks just so. And ta-da! All right, flamingos. I'm going to give you this little nest and then you can go ahead and you can stick your eggs in there instead of just on the ground where the raccoon is going to try to get them. I really should remove that raccoon. You know, now that I think about it, we don't have a raccoon exhibit just yet. Huh. Well, we'll work on that. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, thank you, Corey. Here, why don't you go ahead and take these? I could probably use flamingo egg. There we go. What? Help. Corey, we're going to have a talk. I really want to be able to trade you, but it appears you don't want to, I guess he doesn't want to take the obligation of more flamingos just yet. Well, we could always take these to our Oology Research Center, which is where we actually study eggs. Like I said, big world, lots to see, lots to do. So much to do in the zoo. Oh, and then finally, here's Farmer Gerald. And we can come over and once we get the fencing done, so I have somewhere to keep the animals safely, we can trade Farmer Gerald some of the wild the domesticated wild creatures we have roaming around, like the pigs in exchange for wild boars. We can also exchange the deer for Gemsbrock, and we can also exchange the cows for a certificate to get the wildebeest once he's able to bring them over. And we can exchange the sheep in exchange for Thompson's gazelles. So a certificate to get those once he's able to bring them into our safari zone. So, whew, a lot to do, but I'm so excited. I'm so excited to be back in the zoo, you guys. This is going to be awesome. And I can't wait to hear your guys' suggestions for how we could improve the safari zone. Like I said, I think a nice little sky ramp would be fun. And I think this side of the safari zone with the beautiful waterfall that we have over here, do you guys remember what we used to call it? Oh, it's so lovely. Oh my gosh. Isn't it just so peaceful and pretty here? My goodness, this is just gorgeous. I love this place so much. But with this beautiful waterfall, the plan is to actually start building a little camping area. So a little like safari tent sort of camping area for the guests. So if they need somewhere to rest, they could rent a little tent and they could stay here and have like a tiny little mess hall building that we could build that could sell them some basics. And they could kind of like tough it out down here if they wanted just to have a tent and sort of live on the wild side and admire the beautiful waterfall. Or I was thinking we could come up here where I want to build one of our zookeeper stations so that my zookeeper staff have a place to come and refresh themselves as needed. And can I get up here? Let me up. Oh, almost. And then I was thinking we could come over here and we could make it so that there's some elite cabins up here. So some really nice, fancy, tall cabins, kind of built like tree houses. And we could put them up on top of here. So if you really wanted, you can have like a direct overlook of the giraffe enclosure. And you could even have a really nice view of the entire safari zone from up here for, a price to rent this area and be able just to admire the beauty of the zoo. So I think that would be nice. And that would would handle like keeping the guest facility so they'd have somewhere to rest. And then over there is where we are going to start building food courts, like that giant donut shop we talked about a long time ago, and some other awesome exhibits that we're going to have to tuck in there. So I'm pretty excited. This is going to be so fun. There's going to be so many projects, but at least we have figured out some of the basics. All right. So I think next time we might have to wiggle our way back home, and getting the guest really comfortable is going to be one of my first goals. So we should probably build them some tents. Oh my gosh, ma'am! No, you can't go into the giraffe exhibit. Some tents and paths, and I need to get some fencing so I can rope places off so that people don't just wander into you're not allowed in there, ma'am. Oh my gosh, how am I? Oh my goodness. Okay, I've got to get her out of there. Clearly I need to like put down some pathing, and we're gonna have to spend a little bit of time figuring out like how to separate the sides of the safari zone. I think pretty much from the entrance over to here where we'll have some camping, maybe a nice little pavilion with a statue or maybe something for the kids to play on. We'll put that over here, and then over here we can have some of the like the zookeeper station, but also a couple really nice elite cabins. And then I think over there is where we will enclose the area separately so that all of the animals can roam wild over there. But if I'm going to do any of that, I need to start by getting some more money back from home, and I need to get some food for my dog. And then we will start getting to work here in the zoo. So where should we begin first, my friends? Let me know, and let me know some names for that little baby giraffe. And oh my goodness, I will see you guys back here next time. Bye-bye, guys. Remember, stay curious.